Which fight had you on the edge of your seat, from shocking upsets to brutal knockouts? Stick around because we're breaking it all down right now, right here on Sports Frenzy TV. Hey boxing fans, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into some of the most jaw-dropping fights in boxing history. These bouts had everything: drama, upsets, and of course some serious knockouts. So let's get right into it. Let's kick things off with a classic, Vic Darchinyan vs Nonito Donaire. Back in July 2007, Armenian powerhouse Vic Darchinyan was defending his IBF and IBO flyweight titles. Darchinyan came in with a perfect record of 28-0 and was feeling real confident. I mean, the guy was practically promising a knockout before the fight even started. He said, "I'm going to punish my opponent, smash him. I just hope he walks out of the ring on his own 2 feet." This fight was a huge moment for both fighters. For Donaire, it was the start of something big. After this upset, he went on to win titles in 4 different weight classes, earning recognition as one of the top Filipino fighters in history, right next to Manny Pacquiao. In fact, this knockout earned him the Ring magazine's Knockout of the Year for 2007. Darchinyan, meanwhile, would bounce back, but this loss definitely changed the direction of his career. Yeah, he was that confident, but here's a twist. It wasn't Darchinyan handing out the punishment that night. Donaire, who many thought was the underdog, flipped the script. In the 5th round, Donaire landed a brutal left hook that ended the fight, giving him the win. Darchinyan, he wasn't walking out with that perfect record anymore. It was one of the biggest upsets in boxing, and it cemented Donaire's place as a serious force in the ring. Now let's talk about John Pascal and Sergey Kovalev, a showdown that went down in March 2015. Pascal had big plans to take down the unified world champion Sergey Kovalev and wasn't shy about talking smack in the lead-up. Pascal was all, "I'm a wolf, not a sheep. I'm gonna show you who the real boss is in the ring." But once that bell rang, it was clear who the real boss was. Kovalev came out swinging, and by round 3, Pascal was on the canvas from a clean right hand. Pascal got back up, credit to him, but the damage was done. Kovalev kept up the pressure, and by round 8, the referee called it. Pascal might have talked a big game, but Kovalev let his fists do the talking. This fight wasn't just about winning, it was about making a statement. Next up, we have Casamayor and Juan Manuel Marquez squaring off in 2008. This fight had all the pre-fight drama you could want. Casamayor, the reigning lightweight champion, tried to brawl with Marquez during the press conference. But Marquez, cool as a cucumber, he didn't let the trash talk faze him, staying calm and composed. Once the fight started, it was Marquez who took control, though he struggled a bit early on. But by the middle rounds, Marquez was landing clean shots like he was on autopilot. Then in round 11, it all came to a head. Marquez dropped Casamayor with a right hand that sent him straight to the canvas. Casamayor got up, but you could tell he was shaken. Marquez went in for the kill, finishing the fight and handing Casamayor his first knockout loss. That, my friends, is how you make a statement in the ring. Fast forward to August 2020, and we've got former WBO welterweight champ Jeff Horn facing off against Australia's rising star, Team Zoo. Now, Horn wasn't exactly impressed with Zoo before the fight. He even said Team only got this fight because of his last name. If he wasn't Kostya Zoo's son, he wouldn't even be here. But boy, did Team prove him wrong. From the 2nd round, Team was landing punches left and right. By round 3, Horn hit the mat, and then again in round 6. Team Zoo wasn't playing around, he was relentless. Horn tried to hang on, but after 8 rounds of punishment, he had to throw in the towel. Team proved that he wasn't just riding on his dad's legacy, he's carving his own path in the boxing world. Let's not forget Adam Azim versus Ryan Charlton in November 2022. Charlton came into this fight with a chip on his shoulder, calling out Azim's youth and inexperience. He said he's never fought a man before. "I'm a man and I'm knocking him out." But Azim had other plans. In the 1st round, Azim dropped Charlton not once but twice. Charlton was tough, no doubt about that, but it was clear Azim was on another level. In the 2nd round, Azim sealed the deal with a brutal knockout. The crowd went wild and Azim celebrated like a champion. For someone so young, he's already making the big impact in the sport. Next, we have a bit of a wild one. Alex Petrovic versus Diogo Sangre. This celebrity boxing match was supposed to be fun and games, but Sangre wasn't there to play. From the opening bell, he came out swinging, landing flurries of hard punches. Petrovic didn't know what hit him. By the end of round 1, Sangre had Petrovic bleeding and barely standing. In round 2, another knockdown sealed the deal. The ref waved the fight over, and Sangre walked away with the win. It just goes to show, even in a celebrity match, you gotta take your opponent seriously. Sangre sure did. Alright, we can't talk about recent boxing without mentioning Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. Love him or hate him, Jake Paul has been making waves in the boxing world. This fight in 2021 was Paul's chance to show he's more than just a YouTuber, and boy did he deliver. Before facing Paul, Ben Askren had already made a name for himself in MMA, holding titles in both Bellator and one championship. But boxing was a whole different ballgame for Askren, whose strength had always been his wrestling. On the other side, Jake Paul had already fought and won 2 professional boxing matches, one against fellow YouTuber Anderson Gibb and the other against former NBA player Nate Robinson. Paul's knockout of Askren wasn't just another viral moment. It put him on the map as someone who could potentially make a serious impact in boxing, at least for now. Askren, a former MMA fighter, didn't seem to take Paul seriously leading up to the fight. He talked big, but once they were in the ring, it was a different story. Paul knocked him out in the first round and the internet exploded. Whatever you think about Jake Paul, there's no denying he's got some serious power in those hands. Now, does that mean he's ready for elite-level boxers? That's a whole other conversation, but for now, he's proving his doubters wrong. And there you have it, some of the most unforgettable fights in boxing history. From massive upsets to bold statements, these bouts gave us moments we won't forget anytime soon. So what do you guys think? Which of these fights was your favorite? Drop your answers in the comments and let's get the conversation going. If you like this breakdown, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more epic boxing content. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one.